Another point about the LOD, by the way, is that obviously they're in Florida, which is in the South, which is where LOD would have been working a lot for the NWA.
Yeah.
So they probably had there probably might have been a lot of fans in there that knew him as well, which is why they were so over. But they were over everywhere. That's not, they were over everywhere.
Road Warrior pop for a reason, isn't it?
That's the one. 20 was Crush, just to kind of tie up that.
Oh, hang on, before we get to Crush, just want to say another Shane McMahon spot sighting right here. While Taker's trying to get off, and he's looking all fuming and angry like he definitely shouldn't be. He gets right in Shane O'Mac's face, and Shane's like, "I'll see you at Hell in a Cell. Get out of here. I'll see you in 20 years."
Hey, I've got a sister you can kidnap.
Go backstage. We'll talk about a teddy bear. It'll be fine.
God, don't talk to me about that story. Be here all day. Where to, Stephanie?
That's when he did it to Teddy Long, like 10 years later as well. It's just like, kidnap anyone, me. It's not about gender. It's just all about the kidnapping.
I'll bring it up. I'll bring about Shane McMahon. I'll bring it up now because I don't actually know. Can't remember when it happens. Him and can I just say, if you're a wrestler and you're in the rumble, like in kayfabe, right? You're in the rumble for 10, 15 minutes and you just get thrown out. The last fucking thing I'd want is two refs coming up to me in my face going, "You fucking get out of here, get out of here." I'm just like, I know I'm out, mate. Chill out. Like, short, will you? Like Mike Chioda is, yeah, exactly. Mike Chioda is bright red, shouting in someone's face like, "You're out, get out of here." It's just like, I know, mate. I'm just fine. Don't shout at me.
We should have done this episode last week, and then we should have all gone to For the Love of Wrestling and actually like had a word with Mike Chioda about it. Like, why the fuck were you so wound up at the 1991 Rumble? The fuck was going on? What were you on? Were you on GHB?
Two questions. Why were you so red? And what's with the mullet, mate? For the Love of Wrestling.
Well,
Sorry, I'd have to remortgage my house.
Next, we've got... mate, no. That whole fucking thing is a personal money pit when you go in there. You go in there, you're like, "No, I'm officially poor just for walking through the fucking doors." But next, we have the first ever winner of the Royal Rumble. Let's see how he fares in this one.
This is what I wanted to bring up when you mentioned it before about Butch getting his shit in. Jim Duggan in 1991. So that's 4 years in and 21 people into this match, is the first person to come in and do a shine. He comes in and he batters people. He beats them. He clotheslines people. He beats them. And then what does he do? Massive pop. I was like, yes, finally. Someone gets it. They're taking their time. They're making the most of their first 30 seconds. Good. That's. I mean, because nowadays this is quite normal. People come in and do a shine, but back then they didn't, and it's like, good. Finally, it stands out.
Yeah, he comes in, like you said, he comes in, cracks a few people, hits his taunt, and then just falls back into the mix. He's mixing up with everyone. Literally goes after everyone in this match. He doesn't give a shit. Which is how guys should be in this. Like you said, you go in, you get your shit in, you hit a taunt, everyone cheers, and then you fade back and wait for the next guy to come in.
He's in it for less than 5 minutes. He gets all of his stuff in less than 5 minutes and makes he made a massive impact on me watching this.
Would you say Jake got his shine in before Duggan?
Yeah, probably. But Jake's not much of a poser, though.
Oh, but the whole.
I don't necessarily think.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's always the signal for the. He always teases the DDT, as we've seen, and that this is the signal that he's going for the DDT. So
that'd be getting
it.
I would class that as him getting his shine.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. But he's given us blue balls by not hitting it again.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's more of to me, that's less of a shine and more of a, he's bringing the crowd up just to fucking pull the rug out from under them again. Because he's saying, oh, DDT time. No, it isn't. Don't fucking lie to me, Jake.
Anyway, finally,
it's
good.
Next, we've got the guy who should have won the Rumble.
Spoilers, yeah. Love him so much. Earthquake is one of my guys. He's one of my guys. Answers on a postcard. I love this game. Answers on a postcard. How old is Earthquake?
24.
In this match.
Well, he's about 24 or 26. I want to say.
I think he was 26 in the last one, so I'm going to say 27.
27, sorry.
He would have been. Hold on. June 63, so that would have been 91. Yeah, so he's 20. He's 27. 27. Like, he looks. I said my wife come in the room when I was watching at this point, and Earthquake's been in it for a while, and I said, "How old do you think he is?" I don't know, 40. I said, "No, it's 20. He's 27." She went, "Fuck off." Wrestlers are just built different then.
First thing he does when he comes in, though, fucking eliminates Animal. Takes one of the biggest, hittiest guys in the match and just launches him straight out. And again, it's a perfect way to build up your monster heel.
Because in the year gap, he was pushed as the number one heel in the company. He took out Hogan, put him in the hospital, and then obviously put him over at SummerSlam. But his stock hasn't diminished yet. He has the match with Hogan where he gets beat, but he gets counted out. Hogan doesn't actually beat him clean, doesn't beat him with the pin. And then he's got Survivor Series, doesn't really count. And then, so this is the next time, and they're still pushing him. And I think we'll have a bit of an agreement later.
We haven't got Typhoon at this point, have we?
No, not yet.
Because he's still Tugboat, and when they become the team, that's when, and it's such a silly little thing for me to remember, but Earthquake drops the blue gear and has a mainly black and white singlet with a bit of red on it.
Yeah.
And so that him and Typhoon have matching tag gear, which I always thought, like, I love matching tag gear. On any tag, tag team, get your fucking matching tag gear. Come on. Look like a team, you bastards.
I mean, even if it's not, I agree with that. Even if it's not the same, like if one of you wears tights and one of you wears trunks, have it the same pattern.
Yeah, same pattern, same colours. You need to look like a team.
Mm-hmm.
And those two, like, I love the Natural Disasters. I'll always have a soft spot for the Natural Disasters as one of my all-time favourite tag teams. Two big fat dudes knocking shit out of people. It's
why I really like Earthquake, because of that feud he had with Hogan. And I'll get into it later. I've got a bit of a thing about it, but he said, Earthquake. And then 23 is Mr. Perfect.
With his game.
Mm-hmm.
The first sighting for us of the Perfect singlet.
Do you mean the colour scheme or him wearing one at all? Because
no,
he wore one last year.
No, he didn't.
Did he?
Yes, it was 89 he was in trunks, and 90 he was in an orange singlet because he lost to Hogan in the last two.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
But actually, I still agree with you though. This is the gear for me. This is his Hasbro gear.
Yeah, the bright green,
the turquoisey, bluey green. Yeah.
Oh, and then after Perfect, the Rumble just goes to complete shit.
Just before you say that, this is the meme, by the way, of when Perfect throws a towel behind him and Bobby Heenan catches it without looking.
Yep.
And it's from this match. It's like, That's so fucking cool.
That to me, that's one of the reasons why I'll always say Bobby Heenan. Not just specifically that, but one of the reasons why I think Bobby Heenan was one of the greatest managers ever. He never stole focus from the guys he was managing. He always added something to them. And like that bit with Perfect, the towel, and then Heenan's like, sees it coming, he's got it, boom, fucking beautiful.
If he'd have missed that catch, it would have made him look stupid.
Yeah,
because he'd either have to ignore it and pretend that he didn't try and catch it, or he'd stumble to try and catch it and look an idiot. And it's like the fact that he caught it's just lightning in a bottle. It's absolutely perfect. You couldn't have asked for anything more perfect. Hey, I didn't mean that. Go on, King. Let's hear it.
Yeah, and then fucking big old racist Terry comes running out. It is yellow and red.
What is your? It's your fucking Control C, Control V. It's literally he comes in and he eliminates fucking everyone.
Straight from my boy Erich. Fucking leave my boy alone.
It's like he seems to be the only one who gets this spot, and it's really annoying. Is that he just gets to come in and beat everyone up.
One more Rumble.
It was Hogan.
Yes,
it was in Wales at this time, Bob, and we were all just living in it.
Yeah. I thought what was really funny is that at one point is that Martel was fighting him, and Martel ripped his shirt off and choked him with it. And it's just like, you've taken away his shirt ripping spot. That's really funny.
Small victories. It's all about small victories in this one. And then after Hogan, it is the legit hardest person in the wrestling business.
Former WCW hardcore champion.
It's your boy.
That's
Tama Tonga's dad.
Oh man, yeah, Haku still going, yeah, still going.
Fucking what a beast! I always love that video where he chased Simon Miller out that car park.
Not seen that.
I spoke to Simon about that, and Simon was like, "Oh yeah, I was legitimately scared for my life."
No,
like, rightfully so, Simon.
Yes, absolutely. I do not blame you, sir. Yeah, Haku doesn't really do much.
No, just comes out and is dead hard.
I don't know if you'll get this, Nick. You were at the Rumble show, weren't you, at True Grit?
Yeah.
Jim Neidhart is next, and he does the sash. He comes out, he runs, he pelts it to the ring, and smashes his knees on the ring apron as he slides in. I was like, oh no. Ouch. You could see that it annoyed him as well because he got up and he started fighting, I don't know who it was in the corner, someone. But it's just like the wind has just been taken out of his sails. Like, don't worry about it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I've just seen it then. Fuck. He run at some fucking speed there as well. Oh my god. No.
It's like, get up there, Jim.
As someone who has banged his knee sliding into the ring like that. No, oh god. At least I didn't run in like that. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I mean, it completely took away anything that he did in the match because that's all I was thinking about.
Ooh,
yeah, we did Tito Santana. So Tito was actually in there for quite a while.
Yeah, he was. He seems to be one of those guys. He gets a good 20-30 minutes every
just
time.
In there waiting for whoever's going to eliminate him. He fills one of those slots. He's just waiting. Not going to do much after this shine. He's going to come in. He's going to attack Rick Martel, and then he's going to hang about a bit till it's time for someone to throw him out.
Definitely.
Which is the story for everyone in the Rumble, really. But
And then the comedy spot. Bushwhacker Luke.
Also, hang on. Slick is at ringside.
Does he manage Power and Glory?
Right, that's got to be it. I was just like, who the fuck was Slick with?
Is Hercules still in at this point?
He is, yeah. So it's got to be Power and Glory, isn't it?
It'll be him. Yeah,
they won't come out to Jive Mofo.
Yeah, I thought this Bushwhacker elimination spot was actually legitimately really funny. It's like you've had the other one who's come in and done a few bits and gone now, but you've got this one coming in. It's like they're pretty much exactly the same person. You don't need to do it twice, so just get him out. Very funny. I really liked it.
I think this wouldn't have worked if he'd have gone in, been thrown out, and then done that. Oh no! Oh, I've been eliminated, and then left. It wouldn't have worked. But it's the fact that he goes in, walks across the ring, gets launched straight out, and then just keeps bushwhackering. It's like, fuck this. This is what people came to see. Came to see me swinging my arms. There we go. Boom. Just watched it. Fucking hilarious.
Can you believe that these two lads were like the most vicious monster heels before the Fed? I can't get my head around it.
The sheep herders or something they were called, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they were fierce. They're legitimately like, oh damn.
And it's like the Fed brought him in and went, nah, fuck that.
It's like the whole Dusty Rhodes thing, innit? You know, you just totally belittle like, you know, any fierceness or credibility they had beforehand. You know, it's kind of like, right, you're going to be bushwhacking, you mate. You're wearing polka dots.
You're wearing polka dots. Why? Well, because you're a big fat guy, so let's just put you in polka dots. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like what's like the whole point of Virgil?
Virgil, yeah.
Virgil is a dig at Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, the joke of Virgil kind of ended when Dusty came in. It's like pointless.
And then he goes to fucking WCW and they name him Vincent.
And then
I don't know.
He's called Shane in 2000.
Fuck off.
Yeah, they changed his name again to Shane. I think he's in the New Blood story. He's still around at this point.
I did not know about that.
I can't believe that we can't do WCW anymore. I'm really sad about it.
This is why we should have been able to carry that show on. I'd have laid so much.
I need to find this now. Sorry, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I need to find out when he does this.
Right, who comes out next? Give us that much to spoon feed us.
Yes, next is
Brian Knobbs out next.
Thank you. There we go.
Just want to say, right, Roddy Piper says possibly my favourite thing on commentary at this point. He comes out and goes, "Oh, it's a nasty fellow."
He's got to be nasty with a name like that, Knobs.
You notice that Gorilla Monsoon didn't call him Knobs once. He kept calling him the Nasty Boy because I don't think he knows his name.
I think this would have been one of the Bulldog situations if Jerry Saggs had have actually never come back, but Brian Knobbs would have just become the Nasty Boy.
100%.
See it though as well. He just like he was literally just walking and he tripped over his own foot and it was like, what the fuck? What is going on?
Mate, when you're Hogan's mate, you get a job. That's it.
But I like the way that everybody kind of just powered on him though at some point. You had like 8 people just beating him up for the sake of it. It's like, you know what? Let's just beat on Knobs. Let's bash Knobs.
Not bashing, never did anyone any harm.
Set me blind.
The Virgil Shane thing did happen at one point, but it only lasted a couple of weeks because Shane Douglas was already there as well, so they fucked it off. Sorry, but yeah. I think the thing is as well. With Brian Knobbs is obviously he's really close friends with Hogan, so he got a good showing in this. And I just want to say, I mean, I'm not a huge nasty boy. Probably is.
Brian Knobbs eliminates Hercules.
Yeah.
In what world is that realistic?
I know. And the thing is as well, it's like it's obviously one of them things where you're Hogan's mate, so you're going to get at least maybe one elimination because you get a chance. But he gets 3. He eliminates Shane Douglas and he eliminates Hercules, like you said, and he also eliminates the Bulldog as well with Earthquake at the end.
Now,
but cause you don't know that about because Brian Knobbs obviously you'll know this. You guys will know this probably better than me. Is when Hogan went to WCW, he brought all his mates with him, which was Knobs, Earthquake, Brutus, Beefcake, obviously, Duggan. You know, these guys. Yeah, these guys are all Hogan's mates. So it's like, of course they're going to get an elimination or a few. You know.
And next we have Warlord, who comes out looking like a jacked Steve Austin.
I've always thought that.
Literally, like obviously, once he's shaved his head bald, and once he's got rid of the fucking face paint because he's not in Powers of Pain anymore, he just looks like like if you just injected Steve Austin with the fucking venom serum from Batman. Like that's all. Like I see Warlord, I'm like, he's gonna stun someone in this fucking match and then gorilla press them.
I mean, he has one good match that I can remember in his whole career against the Bulldog at WrestleMania 7 after this.
Yeah.
And it's like, but he looks, how has he not pushed more? Look at the fucking size of him.
Well, Hogan just eliminated him again. Got a bit longer this time, but he still gets clotheslined over the top rope by fucking Hogan to get eliminated. Hey, you can be big, you just can't be bigger than fucking Hogan.
Number 30. Obviously, number 30 is not really a thing yet.
Is that where we are? We already did number 30.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is it. The last guy. It's the guests that distract us.
It is. JC's fault. I blame JC 100% because it couldn't have been Nash. He's too lovely.
You say that, but it's an hour and 20 into the episode.
Shh. We'll be finished. We'll be done. Right, let's wrap this up in 8 minutes. Right. Tugboat is number 30. Another Hogan mate. He's just want to paint a picture for you. Tugboat was like campaigning for fans to write to Hogan whilst he was injured, you know, sending your letters, do your prayers. So why is it, right? Hogan walks up to Tugboat. It's not even an accident this year. He walks up to Tugboat and fucking throws him out. Are you up to that bit yet?
No. I was just about to point out that Tugboat's gone straight for Earthquake. He's got Earthquake in the corner, and he's just barely attacking him, like repeatedly throwing his stomach at Earthquake's stomach. It looks like when two big fat dudes run at each other and go, "Hey!" and high five with their bellies. But in the corner.
But the thing is that it infuriated me so much because in 89 he eliminates Savage by accident, Warrior by accident. But this is blatant. He just walks up to him like he's not even interacted with him yet at any point in this match so far. He just turns around, walks straight up to Tugboat, his mate, by the way, and just throws him out. It was infuriating.
I've got a theory, right? The Rumble every year is advertised as it's every man for himself. No friends, only enemies. You know, everyone's got to be, you know, in there for themselves. And to me, what is a better advertisement than that? Than Hulk Hogan fucking over one of his mates?
They say that on commentary. Exactly what they say. If Hogan can do that to Tugboat, that goes to show exactly what the Royal Rumble stands for. It's everyone for himself.
I get it. I do understand that it is every man for himself. I really do. But he's a terrible babyface. I get you because you'd be like, "Oh, just team up until the end," and then that's what I mean. That's why baby faces and heels are fucking idiots in Rumble matches, because it should be let's team up together, throw out everyone else, and then at the end we'll go for it. No, enough. Fuck off.
What they should have done in this one was everyone should have just teamed up on Hogan.
Could you imagine it? Could you imagine if everyone just went in the shoot, nah, fuck this guy.
Then he can fuck off. Let's get this cunt out.
So good.
Should have heard what he said to Tony Atlas backstage. Come on, boys, we're throwing him. Yeah.
Probably.
Tell you something, brother. We put him in African dress, dude. And we call him Samba Simba. Why?
He doesn't wear shoes, brother. Like, Hogan. I've got a lot of notes about him. So, I put Hogan eliminates Tugboat, his friend, for no reason. That was on purpose. And he gets to eliminate everyone again. And it's just... I'm so glad that, obviously, next year is my favourite Rumble, and he's obviously in that at the end. But that's it now. After that, he's done. So it's
the 92 Rumble is my favourite Hulk Hogan Rumble.
I wonder why. But yeah, yeah.
This one, it's like we've still, number 30's come out, and we've still got a pretty full ring at this point.
Yeah.
But it just feels like you're waiting now for Hogan to just start launching everyone out. Because you look at it and you're like, unless Earthquake's going to win the whole fucking thing, there's not really anyone in there who's going to be able to, who's going to have the star power of a Hogan winning it.
I mean, yeah, because if you look at it on paper, you've got Earthquake, Perfect, Hogan, Knobs, Tugboat,
Watching it right now, Tugboat throws Hogan out.
Does he?
Hogan comes back in under the bottom rope. And that's when Hogan eliminates Tugboat.
He's still a twat, though. I'm not taking it back.
It's not a twat, but it is actually Tugboat who starts that fight. Tugboat goes for him.
Tuggers.
And then Tugboat throws him over the top. Thinks he's eliminated, goes back to the other corner. Literally goes to the opposite side of the ring. Hogan just goes under the bottom, goes straight over and just launches him straight out.
Oh, Tuggers, I stood up for you and everything.
Look, I hate to defend Hulk Hogan, but it wasn't his fault in this one. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I've completely decided to erase that from my mind.
Yeah.
Next year you'll probably tell me that Sid asked him to pull him out. Right, take us home.
Sid didn't want a job to Flair. That's all that was.
That's definitely. Oh, bring it home.
Oh, was it? We'll get down to the final two. Obviously, it's building up. It's got Hogan and Earthquake as the last two on it. Obviously, but the final three, as you pointed out earlier, 2 heels, 1 baby face. It gets down to Knobs, Earthquake, and Hogan. And then, we got the generic sort of sequence of events, I would say.
Yeah, because so Earthquake and Knobs team up and eliminate the Bulldog just before this, and then it's like you say, it's the final 3, and the dispatch of Knobs pretty quickly, and then there's a bit of I wouldn't say it's anything more. It probably wasn't any more than 90 seconds, but there's like a final 2 match off between Hogan and Earthquake. Earthquake does the. Oh no, that's it. Earthquake does the splat, does the Earthquake on Hogan, but Knobs is still at this point, and Hogan hulks up out of it, which is what he's done since he came back from his injury from Earthquake. He doesn't sell it anymore. The move is dead. Dispatches of Knobs. Earthquake gets the upper hand a little bit, and then Hogan. It's quite. Would you say it's anticlimactic? I say a little bit anticlimactic. He does the big boot and he stumbles to the rope. Then he just.
Can I just, before we get to this though, can I just go back to the final 5? Before obviously, before we get to that point, you've still got Bulldog and Martel in there.
Of course, Martel. We can't got to give him his props.
How good Martel's elimination was. Martel goes to the top. Bulldog shakes the ropes. Martel crotches himself, and then Bulldog just clotheslines him off the top rope. Beautiful, beautiful ending for a fantastic showing in the Rumble for Martel.
I loved it actually because we've had people in the Rumble so far over the years that have been in it for a long time, but they just kind of get thrown out. It doesn't really mean anything. It's the first time where he's been in there for a long time, and he gets a featured elimination basically. That's a spot that's been planned. It's one of very few in this match. Spots. Yeah, Martel, great showing because again, like I said earlier, he was always doing something.
Mm-hmm. And then the fans go wild because the idea of Bulldog, like obviously we've got two baby faces, two heels. Bulldog fucking saves Hogan from elimination, and then gets eliminated by Quake and Knobs. I mean, to be fair, even if Quake and Knobs hadn't eliminated him, Hogan probably would have fucking launched them out because he's a cunt like that. Thanks, brother. Get out of here.
You're from Britain, brother. Fuck you.
But yeah, so then obviously, we get down to the final two. Hogan fucking hulks up, shits all over Quake, and throws him out. Have I missed anything there?
No, that's it. Because that's the thing. It's very paint by numbers towards the end. You know how it's going to end. As soon as Bulldog goes, you know what's happening. 100%.
So, I mean, you're free fucking hype saying he's going to body slam Earthquake. It's like, mate, you body slam Andre. We know you can body slam Earthquake.
You've already done it as well. We've seen you do it before.
You do it multiple fucking times, you pleb.
How would you describe that match as a whole?
Lackluster.
Really good way of putting it.
Yeah, very, very. Again, like I said, it was like last year's, very much the same as 90, just maybe not as good. Maybe on par, but it didn't add anything special. There was no.
You said that you really liked. Did you say at the start that you really liked this?
I said I liked it. Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I think the good bits are really stupidly good in it. You know, like Martel. You know, Jake gets his moment again, starting with Brett. Tornado, I popped huge for seeing Mr. Von Erich. Perfect in there. I love the fact as well. Like we kind of not talked, I didn't mention it, but like if you notice while you're watching it, Perfect keeps ducking down to the bottom rope and talking to Bob, Heenan. He keeps going under the bottom rope and kind of sitting on the ring apron, and he's talking to
using his manager again. Yeah. A massively lost art in pro wrestling nowadays.
It's just a little thing.
Your manager.
If you watch it, and there's just little things going on here and there that just. If you notice them, I just think it makes it a little bit. It's the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. It's just that little bit extra.
Yeah, because you point out that Slick was there, but you didn't even notice that he was there for a bit.
Yeah.
But like,
Heenan was. Yeah. So you told me.
Yeah, that's it. Separating the ordinary from the extraordinary, really. Yeah. Personally, it was evident that it was evident how I felt about it, that it took me 2 goes to watch this match. I didn't watch it in one go. I had the time to, I just didn't. I thought it was pretty boring, to be honest. Might be harsh. It's fresh in the mind. I might have to watch it again. The only thing is I watched it on YouTube and there was like an advert before every fucking entrant. So I was like annoyed whilst I was watching it. So that didn't help. I'll probably have to watch it again uninterrupted.
Let me know. I'll send you my Netflix details next time.
I know I'm running out now. I think 92, 93, 94. I think they're on there. I've got 96, 7, 8, and 9 on DVD, so we're okay. I'm just very tight with Bobby Cash. It's just a name, I'm afraid.
You had the LOD, you had the
LOD. Brilliant. Yeah.
Taker. I just think there was lots of the bad bits were shit, but I think the good bits were just.
I think the names that were in this match. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I think the names that were in this match have brought it up. It could have been, but the actual stuff that happens in it wasn't really up to the last year and the year before.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it. I missed Savage not being in the Rumble this year.
Yeah. Because he was barely in it last year.
I know he was barely in it last year, but he still made an impact in the Rumble last year. He had the fantastic gear. He knocked shit out of everyone. He's always high energy. He always comes. Don't be looking at me like that when I said he had the fantastic gear. You know I love his Hawaiian gear. His Hawaiian gear was the best.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think it suffered maybe. I thought that's what I've put actually. Suffered with no Savage, but understand why. Too much filler.
Right, so should we get to our wrap up then?
Yes, I was going to ask Nicholas, who's your MVP of this match?
That'll be the model.
Right.
We're
all in agreement. Rick Martel is the MVP of this Rumble. Yes.
Yes, I 100% agree.
We all agree. Rick Martel fucking shined all the way through. Had a fantastic elimination. Did all the fucking. He was the man in this Rumble.
Very much so. I completely agree. DJ King, you can go first. Was this the right winner? And if no, what? Who?
No.
And why?
No, it was not the right winner because one, we're still in the point of where the Rumble doesn't mean much. It's just an accolade that someone can say that they've won, right? So Hogan didn't need to win it. He won it last year. There was no need for Hogan to win this year. So I don't think Hogan should have won. Who I do think should have won was the British Bulldog.
That's a great shout.
Bulldog, at the end, you had that, like, again, the final four was Bulldog, Hogan, Knobbs, and Quake. If Knobbs and Quake had eliminated Hogan, and then Bulldog had that big fucking babyface moment where he eliminates Knobbs, and then he's in there with the big guy. Why couldn't Bulldog have been the one to slam Earthquake? He could have easily done it. Why couldn't he have been the guy to body slam him? Quake pops up. Lariat, over the top rope. Again, as we've just said, winning the Rumble is just winning the Rumble at this point. It was you could have made him the big single star you wanted him to be when he's come back on his own. Give him the Rumble win.
I'm really annoyed you've said that because that's great.
I mean, obviously, I know we've all said it before. Like, oh, Quake would have been a great winner. And it would have been nice to have seen a heel win it because we haven't had a heel winner yet at this point. But after watching it back again, I'm just looking at it thinking, you could make a fucking star there out of Davey Boy. You could have made Davey Boy Smith an actual main event guy by having him win the Rumble. Fuck it, if you really need it, keep Hogan out there. Have Hogan come back in afterwards and raise his arm and all that shit.
Yeah.
But you need Hogan to win it. You just needed Hogan out there for the final four. If he'd have gone early enough and then Davey Boy runs through those two, boom, perfect ending. But no.
I think, that's actually a really good idea because you could have had the lead into WrestleMania. You could have had Davey Boy versus Mr. Perfect for the IC title instead of what he did do, but then it may not have given us SummerSlam 92. It's all one of those things, isn't it? But it kind of tells. So what you said about
still could have got to SummerSlam 92.
Could have. You could have.
There's always ways around stuff like that. You could have definitely got there with that still.
See, I'm going to take your point, what you said about Earthquake, because that's what I wrote down. I said, actually, excuse me, it depends on how you're viewing it. I said, was it the right winner? I said yes. But I've said, especially after the title match earlier on. So if Slaughter didn't win the belt before this match happened, then I would have had Earthquake win it for a heel winner and so on, like you said. But because Sergeant Slaughter won the world title And I know that he doesn't get a WrestleMania title match. That's not a stipulation yet, but he does get the title match at WrestleMania. It's like, it makes sense to give Hogan a big win like this leading into WrestleMania 7 to take on Slaughter. So my theory was, if Slaughter wins, Hogan wins. If Slaughter loses, someone else wins. And but whether it's right or wrong it doesn't matter, because it happened the way that it happened. So I'd probably say, if you had to give me an answer, my answer would be no Earthquake. Nick?
I can't argue what DJ just said. Any thought I had in my head prior to that speech has now just vanished.
I'm interested though. What did you say? What did you think?
I honestly can't remember.
DJ King, you've booked me into wanting to see that Rumble from 34 years ago.
Yeah, I'll get a time machine. We'll go back. We'll kick Pat Patterson. I'll dress up as him. I'll put on my worst fake French Canadian accent, and then I'll just be like, "Oh, Vinny Mac, we should put the Bulldog over. He should win the match."
That's fucking brilliant, man. I can't believe I didn't think of that myself. I'm going to be raving about that.
I'll be honest, Nick. I literally thought of it while we were sat here talking about the end of the match. It was when he clotheslined Martel out. I thought, why didn't he win this?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't he? Why didn't you just take the opportunity to make a new star? Missed opportunity. There's a lot of missed opportunities back this time, but that was because Hogan was just a fucking money printing machine at the time. Like, you couldn't go wrong with Hogan.
Right. Let's rank it. So we'll start. The worst Rumble so far is 1988. Is this better than that?
Yeah.
No. Yes. Sorry.
Right. Number 2 for us is 1989, which is the Mega Powers arguing with each other, won by Big John Studd. Is this match better than that?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. I actually didn't. I said no. So I've been outvoted. That's fine. Interesting.
So talking about the 89 one for a sec, if the Mega Powers arguing thing had been the finish, then I would agree with you on this one, Bob. But because that happens like 2/3 of the way into the match, and then the match carries on, and then Big John Studd wins, and we literally never see Big John Studd again.
Love it.
To me, I'd still say this one was better than 89.
And that's why this is a democracy, not a dictatorship. Okay, then. Our top Rumble so far is 1990. Is this better than 1990?
No.
I'd say no. Would you say no?
Nick's going to say yes.
Nick's going to say yes.
I'm going to say, on any given day, I would watch either of them. I would say I can't pick one over the other. I would have these two side by side on the clear thing.
I think 90 edges it for me for the Warrior Hogan stuff and the crowd and the commentary team. I think it's this.
It's like by a hair's breadth. Like it's not. It's a very, very close call between these two. But I would definitely say 90. Just like for the same reasons Bobby said. The commentary team's better on 90. The bit with Hogan and Warrior is a lovely little tease going forward, knowing what we know. Like obviously that Mania that follows is going to be those pair. I just think 90 did this. It's like I said earlier. This felt a lot like a carbon copy of 90, but with the best bits taken out. It was great. There were certain guys I was made up that we had in this one, like I said before, the LOD, Taker, Martel was fantastic. Friggin' Davey Boy was fantastic. But I could literally have, you could put these two next to each other and I might not even be able to tell you which year was which.
I like it. Right, so that's it then. The best Rumble so far is still 90. The worst is the 88, but the worst 30-man is 89. So yeah, we got a bit of a list going on. Good stuff so far.
But
cool.
Everything changes in 2 weeks.
I don't even need to watch it. I don't even need to watch this again. I've already watched it twice this year.
I'm still going to watch it again.
I'm still going to watch it again.
It's a fucking horse. It's definitely in my top 3 Royal Rumbles of all time. This one, like, it really is. It's such a good Rumble.
Oh, I'm excited.
I can't wait to see that camera pan when DiBiase's walking back towards the entranceway, and Flair comes out and Heenan loses his fucking mind. I cannot wait.
Do we have a guest for that one?
We do, if he's available. It's a friend of mine called Mr. Ryan Palmer. He loves this. Is like his favorite match ever on the planet of Earth. So I had to invite him on to talk about it. And he's a work the left side OG as well. He was with me since day one on a lot of the earlier stuff. So yeah, excellent. If he's available, I've invited him. He knows his shit as well. He's an old school wrestling fan. He loves this era of wrestling, and he's it's going to be good.
Fantastic. Right then, my favorite Rumble. Can't wait for it.
I'm going to say it now. Probably going to be the best episode we've done so far, just because of how excited I know Bobby is about this fucking Rumble.
I better write some notes then, shouldn't I?
You don't need notes.
Going to be sat there vibrating like a happy little bunny.
Very much so.
Gentlemen, where can people find you on the socials?
You can find me on Twitter, or X as it's called now, at the Bobby Cash, or on Instagram, Bobby J Cash. I will be at NCW Wrestling tomorrow, as of recording, which is the 21st of February, and then True Grit 1st of March. True Grit Redemption. It's basically our WrestleMania show that's every year. So come on. Get down there. Tickets still available. And I've got the Bobby Cash Show on in Spotify.
Nice.
I'm going to be a guest on soon.
Definitely.
I don't know when, and I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I'm going to be on it.
We'll talk about gammons.
We'll talk about fucking gammons. And you can find me, because I'll do my intro, Nick. It's all good. It's all good. I'll do it. It's fine. I got this. I'm a broadcaster.
I did say gentlemen. I thought you'd just follow on from each other.
I'm a professional. I'm a professional broadcaster. I can get this shit in. Don't you worry. You can find me on X and on Facebook and on Instagram. I am DJ King 1268. You can also find me outside the local shop, asking people to go in for alcohol for me, just because I'm trying to capture my youth. You might find me at a wrestling show or two. I don't think I'm booked anywhere in between now and the next time we've got a show. I'm going to be at TNT soon again. We've got DOA coming up. Oh my God, DOA! Fucking hell, DOA is going to be brutal this year, mate. So many deathmatch wrestlers, so little deathmatch time. Yeah, it's going to be all good. And I mean, and we haven't got another Infamous show now till April, so I'm not plugging that now because you won't forget anyway. Although we did announce, we did re-announce the title match today. So at the next show, it's going to be Isaac North defending against Declan McCarthy. Declan McCarthy, for those of you who don't know, is the first ever Infamous champion and never actually lost the belt because he had to vacate due to injury. So Dec has the chance to become the first ever 2-time Infamous champ, but he's got to get past Isaac North to do so. So that should be interesting. And I'm sure, check out Infamous _WP on Instagram and Facebook and X and outside the shop with me. It's socials. It's all good.
Forward. Well, obviously, you know where to find us. WTLS 420 on X, Twitter, or hit my boy up Ash on Instagram at WTLS 316. But yeah, obviously it's another Rumble done. It's wrapped. I'm excited for the next one, but then also a little bit sad because, it's kind of like, it's just going to be downhill for
a while.
7 or 8 years.
But the entertainment value will still be high from you boys.
Yes. We will still be here. To be fair, the Rumbles themselves may have gone down, but there's plenty of talking points for every year. And so I'm sure we will find plenty to
95. That'll be an interesting one.
It'll be interesting because the show that we record will be 3 times as long as the match. Right, we better go before we get cut off.
Yeah.
Obviously, thank you for watching. All the generic stuff. Hit like, subscribe, share, comment. Basically, we will see you again very, very soon. If you're in Leeds, I'm going to try and get this uploaded tomorrow morning. So before the NCW show, if there's any tickets left, get yourself to Leeds. Go watch some free wrestling.
It's free.
It's free. Why would you not go?
Is that show tomorrow?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. And you know what? If there's ever a reason to go to Leeds, there it is.
Isaac North's on it as well. You get to see your boy for free in Leeds. So
If I wasn't going to Safari Park tomorrow, I might have took that one off. But instead, I'm going to go and see some giraffes.
Hey. So, yeah. Anyway, we have been obviously Work the Left Side. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.